Joe, I was thinking about this morning. Having a cup of coffee out on the old patio. And you know what? You model this.
I did?
You do, and you did. You did when I first met you, and you still do. And I think you would say that I model this because you've been with me on this journey. This has not been an easy journey to this show. You know this. And there was a phrase that I revisited often. And and it's a 4-word phrase. And you know who taught it to me? My grandmother, who died 2 years ago at the age of 96. And she used to say this when I was a kid. And I'm going to give it to you. 4 words that I believe you need to tell yourself every day, straight from my grandmother. You know what it is? Here it is. Keep on keeping on. There it is. I'm just going to let that sit there. You want to know the difference between people who win in life and people who don't? Those 4 words. People who win, they just keep on keeping on. In the face of failure, they've failed. They have to quit things and start new things. But you know what they keep doing? They keep keeping on. And so those 4 words, whether you got to utter them at night before you go to bed or you utter them to yourself at some point in the morning when you're getting going, let me tell you something. You want to know how to win in life and how to win over the long haul, longevity. As I get older, Joe, I'm getting increasingly more fired up about longevity. Staying with it. And so those 4 words, tell yourself, keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on when you're not sure what you need to do next. Keep on keeping on when you've been rejected. Keep on keeping on when you blow it. Keep on keeping on when you have to completely switch gears. Keep on keeping on when you're in a season of waiting. Whew. Don't stop waiting. Sometimes the thing you have to do to stay on the path is simply not quitting waiting. You gotta wait. You gotta wait. Joe, I got to tell another story on myself real quick. You will appreciate this of all people. Madison will as well. She'll roll her eyes so hard they'll fall out of her head. So 2 weekends ago, Stacy and I and the kids are on our way to a birthday party. And right here in Franklin. And we pull up to a light that I haven't been at in a long, long time. Been a neighborhood that I haven't been in years. And so I pull in, it's a left turn. I've got to turn left. Now, we're a little bit late for the party, no big deal. But, it's like I'm ready to get there. And I'm sitting there. And we're talking, And we're talking. And I look up. This daggum light is still red. And I've noticed every other lane looks like they've got their turn. I look around. Oh, okay, these guys must be next. Sure enough, those guys were next. Then I go, all right, it's our turn. Now we're coming up on about 3 minutes, Joe. You care to tell the viewers how I'm feeling right now? How am I feeling, Joe, after 3 minutes at a red light?
Hey, I have just wasted 3 minutes.
Oh, my gosh.
And there's no way I can get that back.
Yeah, I'm dying. You know why? We haven't made progress. It's like, it's time for progress. Okay, so it's not our turn. Now, everybody else is still talking, having a great time. I'm now focused on the fact that we've been skipped. So not only am I not making progress, I've been completely disrespected and overlooked. Now I'm really starting to heat up. All right, I'm going to speed up the story to prove the point on this idea of how important it is to wait. I'm sitting there, and I start to gripe to Stacy. Now, Stacy is doing what Madison would do, and I think what every wife, every woman in the world would do when men get impatient. They're just like, would you just relax? It's going to happen. Well, here's the deal. So we cycle back through. The second time, Joe. Now, we are legit at 6 minutes, and we have been overlooked a second time. So Stacy knows what I'm thinking, and she literally gets ahead of me and goes, just relax. maybe back up a little bit and then pull forward. It's got to trip the light.
You're not
She's
on the
all of a
sensor.
sudden, well, now all of a sudden she is an expert on traffic lights. Okay? This is my attitude at the time. Now listen, Stacey's going to win in the end and everybody's going to love this. So I refuse to listen to her. I'm put out with her telling me that I'm wrong. So she goes, don't pull out of this light. Don't pull out of the turn lane. And what do? I pull out of the turn lane, pull out, go up, turn into a parking lot, come back out for another light. I'm going, this light's going to turn quicker. 2 cars come up behind us where we were in the turn lane, where I've been sitting for 6 minutes. And Joe, I kid you not, now Stacey's put out. And she's like, that light's going to turn. And I go, no, it isn't. I sat there and I've watched it. No kidding you. Within a minute of pulling the other light, the other 2 cars get their green light and go. And now I'm waiting. And she's just like, I told you. Now, that's a ridiculously silly story on my part. Okay, I'm a complete disaster when it comes to waiting. Okay, egg on my face. I'm admitting, folks, that I struggle. Well, what's the story here? I would not have put my wife out. Now my kids are all like, hey, they're not paying attention. They're like, hey, Dad, why'd you get out of line? Now we're waiting longer. Now I'm the village idiot. All because I couldn't sit still and wait. I should have just waited. Some of you are going to get out of the game of life. You're going to get out of the path to purpose because you just can't wait. And I get it. But if you wait, the light will turn green. So this is the idea of keep on. Sometimes it's just keep on waiting. And I couldn't do it, Joe. I couldn't keep on waiting. And you know what I did? I ended up making the process longer than it needed to be. So I let my frustration prolong the waiting.
I would have ran it.
Now listen, Joe, I'm so glad you said this. Now Madison is outraged. Her face right now, she's completely outraged. Nathan is entertained, and Catherine, the social media maven, is just back there. The last 5 minutes has just been, she needs a bag of popcorn. Joe, this is true. I didn't tell the story. Now, this is full confession to the YouTube audience because I want to be real with you folks. The reason that the put outness from Stacey got started is because I said to her, I'm just going to run this. I'm just going to turn left when nobody's coming. She was like, are you serious? No, she didn't act that way. But she was like, what is wrong? Like, she was literally like, seriously? Is there a pill for this? Like, what are you thinking about? I was willing to practice civil disobedience because I was not in the right frame of mind. I'm just like, I am so bothered by the waiting right now that I was going to do something irrational. So there's another confession. I don't think you would have done it, Joe. You're a rule follower.
Oh, no. Joe tested, Joe approved.
No, he talks a major big game.
I think so, too.
All bark, no bite.
Yeah, folks, I think this is true. Nathan, would you even consider running the light?
No.
No. And I know Catherine would.
No, she's an Enneagram 1. Rules are her favorite thing.
Yeah, rules are a safe place for Catherine.
All I got to say is it would have been in my rearview mirror.
Okay.
All right. We have officially beat the horse. We have beat the horse. But you get the point. You get the point.